Alright, so here today we got a bit of a fun one. This is a video that I record pretty much I usually do it every year. For some reason, I don't know why, but I skipped last year, which is sad, but this is a yearly video that I drop where I want to talk about like the best way to farm infinite gems. The way that you can, if you're not able to do anything, let's say you can't clear dailies anymore, you're capped. I can't clear dailies, go. I can't do that. I can't clear events. I've capped everything there. I've done everything. I've cleared every content possible. I've done everything in the game. What do I do now? What can I do? And there is some things you can do. And one of the things that I do, like actually very constantly, and on my global account, this is something that I spam when I'm not doing anything and I'm just leaving my PC running. This is something I'm doing because it gives you gems. And again, this is something that I stress always, saying like, hey, you should be doing this because it gives good amounts. You may already know how to do this, and you may already have seen this before if you've watched my videos over the course of a few years now. But I wanted to update it after now with a new 2025 to 2026 guide and show you the best way, fastest way, and pretty much a nice way to just earn extra gems. Let's jump into it. New to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. Again, this is more designed for newer players watching, so for older players, you may already know this. And again, if you say it sucks, you don't do it correctly. I genuinely constantly do this, and it helps me a ton when it comes to gaining just gems. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna hop over here, go to special dungeon. The point of it is the only cap you're actually held by is just the stamina pots. And again, with the newest banners and the changes that have happened in 2 years now, you're gonna have a lot of stamina pots you're sitting on. Or not only because, again, with coins you can get some extra silver coins. You're gonna have a lot of them sitting around and gaining more. We have a free banner pretty much every 3 or 2 months now, and it's like 550 free pulls. How many of those translates into stamina pots? A good amount, right? The dungeon we're talking about over here is Gold Dungeon, and you'll see in a second what that is. First, you want to make sure you're farming the newest one. Since I last recorded this video, I'm pretty sure there was no new dungeon being the new 6th floor to this one. But again, this now gives you a higher amount of gold than it did before. There is a team that does this very, very quickly, and that is the team over here. It is going to be Tristan, it is going to be Mael, it is going to be Ellie over here, it's going to be Sariel. I don't think I need the attack food, but I'll just eat it anyways. I have a lot of it, so when you are running this, you can also run gold food, depends on how you want to do it, but the only thing you're capped by is stamina. That's genuinely it. And again, with all the newest events and things, you have more than enough stamina nowadays. Especially, I do this again, and I still have 960 stamina just sitting there, mainly from coins, right? So yeah, pretty much this is the event, or pretty much this is the dungeon. This is the team that I'd run. If you're wondering about gear sets, it's pretty simple. I think I'm running everybody attack crit, attack crit, attack crit, attack crit. Sariel doesn't really matter. He's there just for sub. But yeah, from here, once you farm the gold that you want, your whole point is to gain gold. You will then take this gold and transfer this into a different area. But now, from there, we pretty much took care of the gold stage. You take that gold, correct? And there's things you do. First thing, I'm going to show it to you so you at least know that I've been doing this consistently. If I go over here to DN, I'm going to have SSR gear maxed out, I'm pretty sure. Because, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of SSR gear here. Why is that? Because again, this is all from, and you can see by like the random ones where it's not like straight attack and everything, because this is all acquired from the gear gacha. The gear gacha used to have a rate of event back in the day when it was like, you know, good days of Grand Cross. How this works is this: the gear gacha gives you gear. The whole point of this is you want awakening stones. You translate awakening stones plus gold into gems. That is going to again just be by upgrading each piece all the way to 5-star. How easy is that to do? I'll be very honest with you, it is genuinely very easy. What I'll do for this video is to show it to you. It's gonna expire in like 2 seconds, but your goal is to select all of these things over here, just trade them. You want to make sure you're selected gold. Amber key doesn't matter, I don't have many of those. Just hit apply and then just start moving. Consecutively do this, push this one each time. We'll hit skip over here. It's gonna probably end pretty quickly because it is quick to earn an SSR gear, and we're maxed already, so there we go. Your point is to get as many of these as possible and as many as the 5-star stones as possible. I'm going to show you how many 5-star stones I have, because I believe that I have a lot right now. Pretty much, if I go over here, I go to this, I have 403 of these and 77 of these, so I must have recently translated them, and also I've enough for the next, like, decade of Grand Cross, dude. I have way too many of these. But yes, I have 77 of these, correct? 15 of these plus 10-ish million gold or something like that equals 1 gem. That's the translation. If I go to a random character on my bench over here, pretty much, I scroll down. Let's say that I want to upgrade. It's something that I don't want to, like, pretty much, what does it have use for? It's just like something, either it's something that I want to have use for. Let's say in this case, I want to build Truthseeker Merlin's gear set over here. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit enhance. I'm going to hit consecutive. I'm going to make sure the awakening tier goes to 5, but the enhancement tier stays at 0. Your whole goal is, this is it. correct? It's 2 million gold, 50 in rocks, and 450 this. You'll have more than enough. You hit consecutive, and boom, you've officially farmed a gem. That's it, correct? How easy is this to do? Very freaking easy. I sit here on this gacha whenever I can. I leave my game auto farming. I pick up as much gold as possible. I take that gold. I go to the gear gacha. I grind the gear gacha. Whatever I get back to, there's an additional step that I do. People are so lazy, they don't do this. But pretty much you take a gear set. Like, let's say it's lifesteal over here. I don't want this. You could take this. Do not enhance the awakening tier. Strictly enhance the enhancement tier. You could put it to 3 or 5. Depends on how much gold you have. People say just do it to 3 because it's only 9k. It starts to increase very high over here, all the way to 22. So I'd recommend, you want to keep it cheap, do it 3. If you want to keep it, you know, and just do it this way and gold's not the issue to you, start doing it at 5 like this, because you'll see in a second why. If we do that to a few pieces, let's do this to all the fortitude ones, because we kind of don't need them. Make sure awakening is low, make sure go over here. Repeat the process. I'll save your time, but I'll do it for a few more to show it to you. There we go. I got my gear sets pretty much to the point where I can now head over here to DN. I'm going to now register. Does this allow me to do it this way? No, because I use the GB version, so I just scroll for it sometimes, right? So I was like, instead of having to translate, I'll just do it like randomly like this. But select all the +5s, okay? +5, so these are all the +5s that I've made. Now, 5 out of 12, you'll see how much higher a chance it is. So this is 5 out of 12, let's see. Pretty much, I picked up 12 of these, okay? In comparison, if I chose to chuck off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I chose to chuck these off, it's going to be a little bit less, unless I get like lucky here and get like an ultra success, but 6. So it's double what I got there, right? And this is the main thing we care about. We mainly care about these awakening stones. That's what the process looks like. That's sort of how it works here. And I will say for the most part, you will see the increase in gems you can get. I know the players say like, oh, it takes so much time, I don't want to do it, but genuinely, I ran my free-to-play account for a very long time. This is the best thing to do, and so many players just ignore it. They genuinely ignore it, and it sucks because it is the best thing you can do. I know some players will look at this video and be like, oh, it's useless. But if you actually play Grand Cross and you care for gems and you want to play it free to play and you have time and you just leave it auto running, then leave this auto running, and then here and there just trade the currency away. That's it. That's the whole process. There's not much here. Again, it's a very, very simple, very, very fast process. Your goal is to just upgrade the gear sets as much as you can, get them there to 5, and then each time you do that, each character is pretty much what. And sometimes I also scrap the gear if I didn't need it. But again, for most of you, you probably need those gear sets anyways. This is kind of what to go for, but you can see we'll let this run. I'll let it get capped down, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Pretty much spending a bunch of gold here. So give me a second, I'll show it to you when we're capped. So to show it to you over here, we got capped out. Pretty much what we picked up over here is 70 of the 3-star, 2 of the 5-star, and then 26 of the 4-star. Alongside that, you picked up a little bit for the salvaging, which is this over here. And then we also picked up some extra gear, which will then translate into more of this. That's the entire process. If I were to back out for you, head over here to King. Just to show it to you, I picked up 26 of those lower ones, right? I go over here, I hit this button, I hit higher exchange, I then hit max. I can trade for 59 more of these, but that's not a lot. Go, come on now. I can then trade, not this one over here, no, this one over here, into 216 more of this, which probably translates into what, like another 30-ish, 40-ish of this. It is, again, a very, very good farm. I know the players will be like, oh, it's not worth the time. It is. So I share it with you. If you want to do it, be my guest. You don't want to do it, don't do it. It's as simple as that. You can see over here, there's a lot of silver coins. I can translate those into more stamina pots. If I go down over here, you first get an additional 5 stamina pots per day by doing this. You should be doing this. Please be aware of that. One of these trades into this, by the way, too. And then you get a bunch of stamina just from existing in the game, correct? You get an ad over here by doing that. You get more. Every event gives like a lot of stamina. So, and they've kept increasing stamina since the last time we talked. I don't even know what the cap was. It's been a while. But you see, that's where it goes. And I do it. If you want to try it, be my guest. That's it. And genuinely, like for example here, I wasn't really building Zenari, but I was going through and just upgrading these gear sets. It's anyways, if you're trying to increase your box CC, this is what you're going to be doing. This is why I wanted to include that in that box CC video that I recorded and did. But it's an entirely different process. It requires much more. But if you go over here again, you see I have 15 of these, burn them, boom, get more, and then we just keep repeating the process. And again, I have done this for a very long time. Over here, I've done this for a very long time, and it's, again, one of the best things to do. So enough reiterating of that. Just wanted to show you the process. That's sort of how it works here. Your main prerequisite is to have gold. Once you have gold, every problem is solved. Now you head to the gacha, burn that, get awakening stones, then take the awakening stones, transfer up until 5-star awakening stones, use those awakening stones, and then party. That's it. Simple. Take care of fun. That's been it for me. Your main only block is stamina, which you'll get a bunch by playing events and getting all those free summons. There's 550 free draws. That is a freaking lot of potential SR, or rather R coins. And then also get 5 stamina pots a day. And on top of that, add more if you watch ads and play events. So, take care. That's been it. Let me know what you think.